But here we go. We are coming up to some traffic lights, which I'm really excited about. Come on, please stop for us. Is it going to? This morning I was woken up by a notification on my phone telling me that my car Oreo had an update. So it took 25 minutes and it updated to 2020.20.12, which is meant to bring some new features. Now, from what I've been able to see, we're actually lacking some of these features here in the UK. If we go onto our release notes, you'll see that we've got a few things: GPS update, fallout shelter, theatre mode improvements, and tracks improvements, including some minor improvement and bug fixes. But it's actually missing one big thing that other people with 2020.20.12 have, and it's this.
It's giving me the indicator, giving me the warning that's going to stop for a stop sign coming up, recognize the stop sign, and again comes to a complete stop at the limit line where it should.
Should be able to stop and start for traffic lights, stop signs, etc, etc, but what is going on in the UK? I don't know, because we don't have the update. So we run the EU version here in the UK, and it looks like the whole of the EU have been left out of this recent update. Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, however, have got the new update, which includes stopping and starting for traffic lights. Let's go through what we have got though. So GPS update. We have updated your car's GPS to improve its stability and tracking. Please note that with this update, the GPS in your car will temporarily recalibrate once after the update, which might cause a few minutes of delay in where updating your car's position is displayed on the map. So currently I've got it set to Dubai for some reason. Let's go. Yeah, it's got us at home, so that's absolutely perfect. I'll test this out in a drive a little bit later. Now, if you didn't know, Tesla actually got in touch with me about this to send me this update early so I could play the fallout shelter early, because this video right here is on my gaming channel. This video is on my gaming channel. This video is on my gaming channel. I've worked with Bethesda. I've played Fallout Shelter, and I've had lots of views on it before, so I guess they wanted me to check it out, and we'll have a little play at this in a minute. Theatre mode improvements. With this release, you can now play, pause, and skip video playback with your steering wheel controls while using theatre mode. Tracks improvements. We have added a piano roll view, which will allow you to edit and fine-tune notes in a track. So if you wanted piano roll is now in tracks. I actually haven't used tracks that much, to be honest. And then, of course, which I haven't shown you, in the last update, the Toybox got updated. We got some nearby charging sites, and I think YouTube maybe got an update. Before we go too far in, let me just talk about the elephant in the room. You'll see here that my screen goes from gloss to matte over here, and yeah, the reason for this is that this has actually got an iPad screen protector on top, and you can tell that because you can see the indent right here for the iPad. I wasn't able to find any matte screen protectors that were good enough quality and I liked, so I had to put this on. What I'm thinking of doing is contacting the company that makes this and try and make one that fits this perfectly. If you're interested, I might then just put a link online and maybe buy 100 of them if 100 people are interested, just so that you actually have one that fits, because this currently is my setup. Half an iPad screen. You can definitely see the difference between the matte screen protector and the gloss one here now. I'm amazed they didn't put this screen out as matte. I'm amazed they put it as gloss, and I don't quite know why. So let's quickly jump into the Toybox and have a look. It now looks, actually it looks really, really nice. So it's got some new icons here on the left, as you can see, and you can kind of just go through them all here. I don't think there's really anything else that's been different. Oh, it's actually got like a little bit of information about each one as well, which looks quite nice. So if we go onto the sketchpad, yeah, it just looks kind of the same. Let's see as well then, has the entertainment stuff changed? No, that looks the same to me. And then in arcade, that actually looks the same as well. Here's Fallout Shelter. So Fallout Shelter puts you in control of a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vault-Tec. Build the perfect vault. Keep your dwellers happy and protect them from the dangers of the wasteland. An amazing game, super, super addictive. Let's see how well it runs here. Okay, here we go. So it's a mobile game if you haven't played it before. I highly recommend you try it because it's really good fun. Exactly the same as the mobile game, you get your 3 vault settings, and now we can choose an ID. There's only one really that you should be putting for this, and it's 101. So let's create that vault. This game is playing absolutely amazing, and it's running so, so well. So what I'll do is I'll come back in a couple of weeks after I've played this for a while. I'll play at every supercharger I stop at and whenever I kind of can. And we'll come back and see how well my vault looks and what's going on. But yeah, it's great to see that they're adding new games. I don't want to show you the whole game. If you want to check gameplay out, check it out on my other channel. And if you want tips and tricks on the game as well, maybe check someone else's videos, because I wasn't the smartest at the game. I just really enjoyed it. Let's bring some people in, shall we? Hello, everyone. You can come into my vault, Linda. You can go work down there. Hello, Judith Brown. Judith Brown, you can go and work in there. I'm not checking their attributes at all. I'm literally just putting them in at this point. Actually, you know what? You're all coming. Everybody is welcome. Even Pratt. Even Pratt is welcome. And who are you? You are Bishop. Okay. Amanda Bishop. You can go and Let's put you up there. I'm just moving the steering wheel around. There are definitely no steering wheel controls to this game. It's definitely all here within the game itself. And then to exit, you tap at the top and then you click the X up there. Really cool game, works really well. There are a couple of games I would really like to see on this. Balloons Tower Defense would be absolutely amazing for this. I think that would be just a brilliant game. And also some kind of first-person shooter would be really cool. Maybe even like the mobile version of Fortnite, the mobile version of Call of Duty, or Free Fire, I don't know. But because you can connect a controller up, the possibilities are endless. I've booted up the piano and I think this is it. It just says loop track. I'm honestly not sure what they've added to this one, but I don't really use it that much, so it's not a big deal for me. And the final thing to test is in theater mode. You can now pause, play, skip, volume control, everything apparently through your steering wheel. And what a great suggestion. I'm not even signed in and it is well, I mean, I would watch that. I watched that last night live and I definitely am going to watch that soon. Not bothered about the other things, but that is a great suggestion. So everyone, make sure to watch this video from yesterday. 42,000 views in a day. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. That's crazy. Whoa, Jenny!
And I want to tell you about a company.
Sorry, Jenny. Okay, so let's try and shut Jenny up by pausing her. Yes, it now works. Sorry, Jenny. We're not going to hear another word from you. All right, I'm going to turn the volume up.
If I indicate left, if this comes off here,
yeah, it works.
It will be incredibly...
There's a video going live about this tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, no way! No way!
Video going live about that tomorrow. I went back to that roundabout. So I can now pause it. Yeah, that's correct. Can I fast forward? Yeah, so every time you click it, it basically skips forward 5 seconds, or it skips back 5 seconds. That's really good. What if I press and hold? Okay, pressing and holding doesn't do anything. Scrolling up, volume, scrolling down, volume, pressing to pause. And then I'm going to try the other side of my wheel. Okay, the other side of the wheel doesn't do anything. So there we go. It's definitely working. It looks great. And I'm now going to sit and watch this whole video. That's everything that it mentioned specifically has changed and has been updated. But sometimes they hide minor things in here. And maybe we did get that traffic light and stop sign update, but they're just not telling us. So let's go hit the road quickly and see if we can get anything magical to happen. It's now time to test autopilot and see if there's any difference. You can also see it's already asking me to change lanes. So I'm going to initiate that lane change. And hopefully it's nicely successful. Yeah, really good there. And it's brought us into this second lane. So we're going to try a little bit of navigate on autopilot, which is what we're on now. And we're going to be coming off in 1.5 miles. So we'll see how well it does the off ramp. And then we'll try and take it as well through the town a little bit and see if it will now stop and start at traffic lights or stop signs, or just see if there's any difference with that at all. Now, in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, I think it is, they now do stop and start at traffic lights and stop signs, but there was no word for it here in the EU. And when I say here in the EU, I mean that we are all running the EU software. So if I press this, you can see that we are running the same 10.2, which is 2020.20.12, which is the EU version of the software. So we're coming off in 0.5 mile here. I'm actually going to see if it will go around this and see how quickly it gets back in. Let's see if it'll do it. So we're going to go around this lorry and then I'm going to try and get in between the two. All the cones are showing up really nicely. It's saying obviously to get in that lane after the lorry, so let's do that. Moving over. That was really smooth and really well done. Hopefully here it will do just as well. Let's see it do it. So indicating, yeah, it's turning off now. Which lane's it going to pick? I assume it's going to pick the left one. Yeah, it has picked the left lane correctly. And there you go, it's slowing us down nicely. So autopilot didn't notice any difference, didn't really notice any new features or anything there. But here we go, we are coming up to some traffic lights, which I'm really excited about. Come on, please stop for us. Is it going to? No, there is nothing popping up saying to stop. No, I'll bring it to myself there. Definitely not got that update, which is a real shame. They didn't say anything in the patch notes or in the update that there was actually any changes to autopilot. So I'm pretty confident that if there was any big updates, any big changes, like the stopping for traffic lights, for example, it would tell us here. The only thing that's new is the GPS update. So let's see as we go through this, how quickly does it change the speed limit from 60 to 50? Ready now. That's pretty close, maybe a second afterwards. However, I didn't notice before it was any worse than that. So I honestly can't tell you if the GPS update is good or worth it or what they've really done, but there you go. You know, it knows where it is on the road. It has known that for years. So let's just see again how the GPS does. 50 going into 30. No. Oh, see, a little bit of a delay. It's nothing that makes me go, wow, that was instant, or I don't know really how a GPS update would make me go wow anyway, but what this is showing is that the UK and the EU, because we're all on the same software, are falling far, far behind the rest of the world. That is America, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, etc., etc. They are allowing the future updates, they're allowing the next generation updates to teach the neural net, to teach our cars what to do. And here in the UK and the rest of the EU, they're basically saying, nah, we'll control it for you until we deem it safe enough, or we deem that it's worthy of driving on our roads. I just really want all the updates around the globe to be at the same time, the same features, so we all get a taste of the same pie that we're paying for. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section about this update in full and about everything that I just said. There's not really much more to show you. Please feel free to go check out my latest video on AutoPilot, which shows some absolutely awesome stuff. Oh, braking. You saw that there, so that actually started braking for that truck, which was kind of interesting, and it went down a pothole, so it's definitely not dodging potholes. There will also be a video tomorrow about the roundabouts. Yeah, and you're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry about that. Until then, thank you for watching, and don't forget, drive safe.